Then I start to work and deal with finite element in a defense project in Israeli companies. At the moment, I manage a company that the main core business is dealing with mechanical and aeronautical simulation. I design and I make finite element analysis, structure as well as heat transfer, which use finite elements as well as CFD platforms. And find that Midas give a very good value for price. And we audit this material very deeply and have some meeting with Midas, like a conference meeting and telephone meeting. And we do some tests on the software, doing some simulation structural as well as CFD, and then we make a contract with Midas. We find Midas as a very cost-effective software. Yes, of course, we took some simulation that we did on ANSYS as well as on MSc Nastran, and we compared the results to the result that we got in Midas NFX platform, and it was magnificent. The result was very, very accurate and very, very similar, and on some time it was more accurate than the results that we got on ANSYS and Nastran. It's very easy, it's very comfortable, and it's very fast.
So fast learning curve of the software?
Yes, I think so. The workflow is very intuitive because the GUI is very comfortable for the engineer, and it does make sense how to work. When no experienced engineer start to work with Midas, he will find that it is very easy to go by the procedure and to build a model, to mesh the model by element, to apply the forces and the ambient condition, and then to run the model and to get the results.
The fact that we can have CFD and structural at the same time in one interface.
This is a high plus because in many times you have to transfer the results from CFD to the structure and vice versa, from the structure to the CFD. And when the platform are separate platform, it's more difficult and less convenient. And when it's under the same umbrella, the CFD and the finite elements, it's very comfortable, very easy, and the procedure go very fluent. First of all, to be first time right. So in order to be first time right, you have to complete the design with 0 errors. And if you use Midas platform, you make the possibility higher to be first time right and to save time and of course to save money. The second success key is the quality. How are you accurate, and what is the accuracy of the results? And I think that engineers and company want to get a very accurate results from the analysis, because these results are the guideline for the design. And the third success key is the value for price. And I think that Midas platform, the CFD as well as the finite elements, give very high value for price. And this is, of course, the customer expectation. This is a very easy question because I think that the Midas NFX platform can give an added value to all of the market. which include defense market, medical market, science market, telecommunication market, and of course it can be a very good added value to application that is a very new application, because any application in the market need stress analysis, flow analysis, and structure analysis. I think that those success key and those capability of the software can be needed a tool to all of the market.
We are partners of different multinational brands like ESI, PTC. Till last year we had a distribution agreement with Dassault SolidWorks, but again we changed hands and we now moved into PTC. But we will always look out for a very high-end as well as an affordable kind of solutions in CAE softwares. And then we found out that yes, it is the right product that we are actually looking for. It should not just address the basic requirement of linear static. It should also have the capabilities like CFD and nonlinear and explicit. But again, our major concern was a bit of cost, although we did not really want to compromise with the quality of the product. Because SMBs, they are very, although they have little budgets, but again at the parallel they are very conscious about the technical capability of the software. We went through an evaluation process. We saw a couple of demos again by your team, and yes, it can really work in the Indian market scenario. Mm-hmm. Exactly. I mean, it's definitely efficient. It has got mostly all the features that a typical CEA users would be looking for, and more and more features would be added. The culture, the type of setup that you have, and I'm really amazed. Today at this moment I can tell you that I have not taken wrong decisions. India is a very diversified market. We have almost all the domains of manufacturing in India, and I suppose at this moment I think the best industries to touch is the automobile segment, and today I suppose your product can address a segment of the industries like automobile, material handling, electronics. Mm-hmm. But again,
I think it's one of the big concerns out there. People want to opportunity to test the support that they have. Mm-hmm. On the other hand, I must say that for this last year and a half that I've been working on the Midas NFX specifically, the need to ask questions is only to find your way around the software. There wasn't real problems with it. The fact that there was international communications across time zones within 24 hours consistently is one of the big value drivers, specifically for one of the clients. I'm always interested to see who the new kid on the block is, and I downloaded the trial version, and it caught me off guard. The workflow was the one main thing that came out, and it really showed massive benefits, and I pursued your product from there onwards. Today we have products that can mesh very well. I don't think meshing is the issue. I think it's the way that you can actually manage large and complex models in terms of different meshes, different load cases, the ease of moving around your structure to get to the important points, either to apply loads, to evaluate stresses, the real interdynamics of working with it. And I think that that just shows a real capability when it comes down to the actual work. Also, the early adopters will be the real benefit, people who reap the real benefit, because they will get the the product the quickest into their companies, and they will have the leading edge technology before the other ones. I think it's to break away from the existing ways of doing. Shows that there might be a better way to do things than what you are used to. If people can just break away from their old ways and just look at the new stuff that's out there, I think that's where they need to go. That's the hurdle that they have to overcome, is to reach out and see what's out. Time to learn the software is very quick because it's fairly intuitive, but I think it makes the management of your model very easy. So
we have an engineering consultancy that uses those very same tools within its own engineering business, and that's where we first came into contact with Midas. We were impressed with the functionality, but also the user interface and the cost of ownership for the product. After the program, we had some discussions with Midas. The product's actually been available for over 10 years, although that's been limited to the Far East and North America. We launched at the back end of 2012, and we've been pleasantly surprised by the success we've had in that time. We've run some technical roadshows up and down the country, used the software and asked questions. There's also an introductory offer for the software that makes it very cost effective, and an evaluation license available so customers can take it away and try it in their own offices on their own projects and see what the results are for themselves. And it's now being seriously considered by customers as an alternative to more traditional products.